Hello kids, this is Cascade and we're back on the Pale Beyond. I'm going to try to start here and get on the ship and we'll see what happens on the Temperance. Hunt's description of the ship was accurate. Near identical to the Viscount, barring some modern additions. So I'm going to set sail here and we are going to board the ship. Now the real survival part starts, I think. Week 1. 1 week on the Temperance. It's been a month. Oh, what did I miss? Oh, I better go up a little bit and see. The air's been cold. Flakes of white, and the sailor begs their pledge that in the dark they'll brace themselves for horrors still ahead, of glory found, forged in frost, so that their tale be spread. A hunger draws desperate here, such lonely souls led. What will you do when you need still hearts to break the courage? Does a scum. I'll learn to live a life out here, out in the Pale Beyond. First Mate Shaw, personal log. It's been 1 month since I signed on and 1 week since we set sail aboard the Temperance. I'm told the waters will get warmer as we pass the hemisphere before they turn colder. I'm going to go ahead and I think I need to turn the sound settings down just a little bit. I'm going to put it down 1 more notch right here. Apply that and go back and continue. The Temperance. Okay, before they turn colder. The Temperance. Who's paying for this? Captain Hunt. The Temperance. Let's learn more about the Temperance. I've never been on a ship like this before. She's magnificent. She's seaworthy. It's an abomination. She's magnificent. A technical marvel, elegant machinery, expertly weaved together on the fastest hardwood ships of its day. Reborn for this mission, breathing again with life. She's simply magnificent. Sign off. Who's paying for this? As for its master, as for the rest of the crew. There are now 22 of us, including the captain. Our next port will be our last before we enter the ice to pick up the remaining 4 members of the crew, the scouting team. Hunt is also keen to work out the deal on a pack of sledding dogs. The crew are a strange lot. I've sailed with worse. They smell terrible. I've sailed with worse. I sailed with worse, and I'm sure there are those who might have considered myself in that same light. Who's paying for this? As for its master, who's paying for this? I never asked that. I can't help but wonder who's footing the bill for all of this. Certainly not the captain. Such exquisite modifications to the ship mustn't have come cheap. I should investigate further. It's none of my business. It's none of my business. But the question still lingers in my mind. As for its master, I think I know who that is. I'm going to sign off right now. One of Hunt's sailors approaches. Joe is his name. Captain wants you at the helm. Good. I want to see him. I'll head there now. Good. I'll head there now. He leaves. And I had to go meet the captain. And this is join Hunt at the helm. Okay, I'm going to do that. You ascend the stairs to the stern and find old Captain Manning at the helm of the ship. I had other choices that I could have gone to. Let's see. Robin, lovely day for it, isn't it? It is indeed, Captain. One of your lackeys summoned me. Do you have a helmsman to do that for you? It is indeed, Captain. I don't want to get in trouble on the first day. It's days like these I make sure to do my share of the sailing. He winks. Too old to stomach a storm? Let him continue. He thinks for a moment before stepping aside and stretching out his wrinkled hand. Here, why don't you have a try? You should take advantage of the calm waters for once. I imagine You didn't see many in your past line of work. I really have other duties. Are you sure? I'm going to just take the wheel. I'm going to take charge. You grip the wheel of the ship and feel the weight of the waves in your arms. Use to pan. Okay, so, whoops. The memory and your muscles rear themselves as you begin to move in time with the ship and the wind. Easy. There you have it. The captain pats you on the back. Fantastic. Now try to get a sense of where we are. Okay, get some perspective. Use this to zoom, okay. Oh, I see. I can move it around and I can zoom in and out. Okay, I like that. Okay, peaceful, isn't it? Panning and zooming speeds can be adjusted in the settings menu. Okay, I'll keep that in mind. He takes you back. He takes the wheel back from you. Okay. I think I'll drink the morning and a little longer. Okay. Would you mind preparing my quarters for the day's work? There's much to do. Oh, he wants me to prepare his quarters? Can't somebody else do that? What is this? Forecast. I could go somewhere else if I wanted to. I'm going to go ahead and listen to his orders. I'm going to go prepare there. So I will take request, a painting, a tub, the desk. I'm going to go check out the desk. On the desk you see a variety of papers, notes, and maps, as well as a sealed letter with a stamp you don't recognize. The desk itself is suspended with ropes to keep it safely in place. Okay, I want to know more about that letter. Let's head over here to the painting. A classic painting depicting a sailor doing battle with a kraken. Release the kraken, Saltborn. An ode to an old folk story of great Captain Seamus Dance with the Salt Kings. Okay, let's see, a tub. Or I can leave. Let's go to the tub, check that out. A pristine furnished tub secured to the floor. A luxury to be had on the ice. Okay. Alright, now we are going to do the request. You take a seat at the end of the room. The captain joins you. Now let's run through our provisions before taking requests. To start, there's 23 souls signed to this expedition, ourselves included. The 16 free to be assigned a task if they aren't already busy. The rest are deployed to their permanent stations. Okay, so I get assigned 23. Looks like there's 3 right here that have been assigned. You're able to deploy a crew person who you have discovered. They must be in good health and not otherwise deployed to another post. So I've met 3 people. I met the scientist, I met the young man, and the guy that told me to come see Captain Shaw. I think those are the 3. We'll be picking up the scouting crew at the next port. Oh, there's a lot of us seem to be in good spirits. You know what? I probably got to meet some more people. 100 out of 100. I don't know what that means right there. The expedition will end, tearing itself apart if you end the week with no white flags. Decorum left. Oh, so I got to keep this from going to 0, I think. Okay, here is my food. I've got 100 out of 100. We have enough provisions for at least 6 months in case of an emergency. If you cannot afford the minimum food rations at the end of the week, the crew will become sick or malnourished. So that's the malnourished symbol. Unless cured, the malnourished status will develop into scurvy. A fever status effect will prevent the crew from working, eventually killing them all at the end of the week. That's probably where I'm heading, to be honest with you, Captain. And more than enough fuel to see us there and back again. So we got plenty of fuel. I guess we could probably expend that. Colder temperatures will increase the minimum fuel requirements at the end of the week. If you cannot afford minimum fuel, the crew will become freezing. So I've got to balance all these things: their spirits, their fuel, and their hunger. What else? There's probably a fourth one. Unless cured, the freezing status will develop into frostbite, a severe status effect that prevents the crew from working, eventually killing them in the end of the week. It's kind of like Frostpunk, except it's the cartoon version. You're out on the ocean. The sledding dogs, well, they're still in a matter of negotiation. Dogs will be needed to send sled teams out together, resources on the ice. Sending hunts require further requirements of greater amount of dogs. They will rest and become available between the weeks. So I've got to manage the morale. I've got to manage the freezing temperatures. Got to manage the food. And now I've got to manage the sled dogs. Now on to work. Okay, what am I supposed to do? Okay, Cordell. Okay, who do I want? I'm going to get Cordell. Have you agreed upon my condition? To the point. Shaw, this is Lady Cordell. Cordell is here to provide us with the kennel of hounds and the sleds. Okay, good. And our agreement was that she would train them up until we part ways at the nearest island. But you neglect the information. Inform me that you are bringing my dogs through the Pale Passage, says Cordell. I had no intention of sending the pack to its death. Hunt, you seem to have good faith in this expedition. It's one thing to ask for my whole kennel. It's another thing to drag them into the ice and chase a myth. Never before a buyer been so dishonest. Never before has a seller made such strong demands. Lady Cordell, and what exactly are these demands? You already sold the dogs, did you not? You have no control over them now. Let's see what the demands are. And what exactly are the demands? She demands we allow her to come along on the expedition. As a member of the crew. None of the ship will have experience or familiarity with dogs that I possess. If you're taking them to such a brutal location, they will need me to guide them if they have any chance of survival. The humans on board too, of course. Of course. You can see my dilemma, Shaw. Bringing another member on the crew is a risk, but our hands may be tied. Your thoughts? I don't see the harm in having an expert on board with the sled dogs. We should cancel the deal. If you're so adamant, we should accept your offer. I don't see any harm in having an expert on board with the sled dogs. Okay. So, Hunt is thinking, uh-oh, hope I didn't cross Hunt already. No, I'm Hunt. Good point, Shaw. No, Hunt's the captain. Okay, I made a good point, so he liked that. He turns to her. The deal is already to your benefit. Cordell, do you have anyone on board with extensive training in the management and ruling of dogs? Well, you are. Your sleds are useless if you can't control the dogs efficiently enough to haul them. And I'd like to ensure my dogs are treated properly. Welcome aboard, Cordell. Your knowledge should prove valuable. Don't expect the crew to waste time taking care of your mutts. I hope your experience as you claim. I'm going to be nice. Welcome aboard. Your knowledge should prove valuable. Invaluable. I'll have a room prepared for you below deck, says Hunt. Max crew increased to 24. That's going to put a strain on all this other stuff, but she will come in handy because we can go on the land and get some resources. It sounds like no need. You'll find me in the forecastle with the dogs. Okay, she leaves. Okay, we picked up another crew member. Hope I'm not making a mistake, Shaw, says the Captain Hunt. Plus 14 available dogs. Do we want to get this guy? Let's we have to check him out, I think. So let's check out this dude. A sailor enters. We found a stowaway in the lower hold. Bring them in. A stowaway. Another sailor enters, leading a young man by their side. You know, you're not the first stowaway I've had. The captain studies them further. Oh, there's 3 of them. You know where you're heading, don't you? I do, sir. I wonder if we can... well, I'm not going to say that. The ice. Did you know that before you climbed inside the crate? I did, sir. How old are you? You hardly a useful pair of hands? Not true. I can pull my weight, sir. Okay, Hunt thinks. Do you know your jabone from your bowsprit? I do. I've learned it all from Da. Your Da? He's Ward's son. Follow him on board back in the city. What should we do with him, Captain? Well, Shaw? Hunt? Your eyes... Your first mate, what should we do with him? Keep him aboard. He's not staying on board. It's your decision to make, not mine. He's not staying on board. Aye. Ditch him when we make the next port. We don't need more mouths to feed. Drop him off at our next stop. Leave them with enough money to catch a boat back to the city. We could throw him overboard. Gosh, that would make the morale go down. We can ditch him at the next port. We don't need more mouths to feed. I'm going to choose that one. Aye, it's settled then. We'll drop the boy off at our next stop. Please, sir. I can help about the ship. It's too dangerous for someone your age here. You're lucky we don't just tip you in the ocean. The 2 sailors dragged the stowaway boy back to below deck, taking him to see his father in the crew cabins. So that will probably make the morale go down a little bit. And what of the father? Should we drop him off with the boy? It's his son, that's for him to decide. No, he signed a contract, he stays. It's his son, yeah, let's let him decide. Very well. Hopefully he doesn't care for that runt. I'm not down on a sailor. Hopefully he doesn't care for the runt, and I'm not down on a sailor. Well, we picked up one. Well, that matter sorted. Okay, finish the request. Now that that's all settled, I have one more errand for you to run. Could you grab some Stoke brothers and order them to meet me up on the deck for dinner? Hefty lads, red hair. You couldn't mistake them for another. An urgent matter? The Stoke brothers, who are they? Do you require me for this meeting? The Stoke brothers, who are they? You haven't met the crew yet. The Stokes have been serving me for years. They'll be down in the middle decks. In the meantime, you should grab a copy of the crew manifest and get acquainted with more of the crew. Okay, so the crew manifest, where would that be? I don't know, but I'm going to head here and I'm going to leave. And I'm supposed to go up here. Or maybe I'm supposed to go here. I've got choices. I think this is the... Or I could go to the captain's cabin again. And I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to sign out right here, and hopefully I can get back to the next part. Let me just go here, join the figure balancing the mast. I'm going to do that, and then I will sign out right here. So this is Cascade signing out for the Pale Beyond. Please hit like and subscribe, and until next time, I hope your day is a great one.